I bet some of you just check your volume. Hello everyone, it's me again. Y'all wanted a part 2, so here it is. If you haven't watched part 1, I do recommend doing so, because that's also where I explain the rules. It should pop up as an info card right about now, but I'll be sure to put it in the description of this video as well. Still here? Cool. Me neither. Hard mode has started. New enemies, new loot, new stuff to do, and we're going fishing. Yeah, I know, revolutionary. We haven't done enough of that yet. I started off by fishing in the hallowed biomes because I wanted to start fishing up prismites, which we can use for life force potions. I picked up a crystal serpent almost immediately, and then an ice golem spawned, which I completely fucking cheesed, but you know, suck my dick. While starting to obtain some more hard mode ores, I also picked up an anchor, but even cooler, I got the golden fishing rod. With the frost core from the ice golem earlier, I figured out you can craft a blizzard in a bottle using a cloud in a bottle at a magic ball. But you can't decraft a blizzard in a bottle to a cloud in a bottle and a frost core in reverse. According to the official Terraria wiki, this is because frost cores should not be available pre-hard mode. But since I'm definitely hard now, I'm going to ignore this and pretend like the decrafting recipe is possible. If you don't like these rules, then blame Twitch chat on agreeing. And yes, this video, unlike the last one, was recorded almost exclusively while live streaming on my Twitch channel. I plan on doing this for future videos as well, so if live gameplay interests you or you'd like a sneak peek from what's coming in the next video, then check it out. Now, I'm trying to get another blizzard in a bottle to replace the one I just decrafted, but I got something way better instead. Fish! 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 Dude, what? That is awesome. That is awesome. Then I set up the hard mode Anvil and Forge, and then I had a galaxy brain revelation. So the way how shimmer works is that you can shimmer ores down into lower tier ones. So like you throw in gold and it turns into tungsten, and then it turns into silver, and then it turns into lead, and then you get the point, right? But when you throw copper in the shimmer, you get stone. So this means that this specific stone is part of the rules for my challenge. Meanwhile, in Divine Crates you can find crystal shards and souls of light. With that stone and crystal shards, you can make crystal blocks. And with crystal blocks and iron or lead bars, you can make crystal chests. Then with souls of light, you can make a key of light. And when you put a key into a chest, we can farm the biome mimics. And this works with the crimson mimic as well, you just need to get different souls from different crates. Anyway, this completely changed the course of my challenge because biomimics have insanely good drops, like really, really good drops, assuming I can take them down. Which, yeah, we'll see how that goes. To prepare for figuring out the secrets of the mimic, I would like to have a bundle of horseshoe balloons, and to make that, I'm going to need a replacement blizzard in a bottle and a sandstorm in a bottle. I already have enough shiny red balloons because I fished up a Brazilian balloon pufferfish, and you can throw those into shimmer to turn them into each other. I picked up not one, but 2 blizzards, which is more than I need, but that is pretty cool. And at this point I had been streaming for 3 hours, so that's where I called it a day. Quite a while later, we have returned for another stream. Fishing for a sandstorm got boring really quickly, but I did end up picking up the final component for the lava-proof tackle bag. Then I decided to tick off another few things that I wanted. I wanted to visit the BDSM dungeon, but it turns out that everyone at the orgy had already died. So instead I confiscated this cool table with a book on top that allows me to double the amount of life I can squeeze out of my rod. After which I made a full set of titanium armor, because it gives a lot of defense, but also because it had tit in the name. And as you know, I like titties, so that's made me really happy. Oh, and then I also made a mithril hood to wear for drip. So line up girls, I am open and in business. Okay, actually on second thought, let me finish this challenge first. Keep those titties under your shirt, I have desert fossils to mine. Basically, I ran out of crate potions, but more importantly, I have a reputation to uphold. You see, I've never once beaten Terraria single player without having at some point obtained an amber mosquito. So I pulled my cock out, and then she pulled out hers, and it was even bigger than my— oh nice, we got it. That means we can go back to fishing. Yay. Great news! After looking at lots of concerning pictures with the inflation tag, I have figured out how to make a bundle of horseshoe balloons. And I attached the remains of a dead horse to it as well. Oh, and in true Bernie fashion, I did obtain another sandstorm in a bottle. Alright, so I have something to admit. I was fishing for used tampons in the Crimson. The reason I'm telling you this, because instead I caught a sharp severed tongue of someone who died by being peed in their mouth. So I'm using that now. Then I heard rumors that there was a big shellfish in the water that only comes out when the moon turns red. Admittedly, I was kind of scared of fighting this guy because I've actually never fought him before. But I beat him first try and I got a cool rod for my adult toy collection. The reason I've never bothered killing the Dreadnoughtilus is because I've always played Terraria with friends. They would kill him while I kinda just sat there and looked at them. And I don't mean I sat in a corner. I stood in melee range of the thing, taking no damage with a big set of armor and warding reforges, trying to process what was happening as my friends slaughtered the poor thing. Anyway, long story short, I wanted to fuck Queen Slime and decided to take care of her husband in the most humiliating way possible. Doing absolutely nothing. Well, at this point there isn't much progression left for us. Except for Duke Fishron, there isn't any bosses that we can get useful loot from. So I attempted the fight to see how it went. I honestly got really close to what you would expect, especially since I may or may not have forgotten that life fruits exist. Stupid! So I did some max speed running. Then I used the life fruits, and Aegis fruit, and I killed Plantera, which is my favorite boss if you didn't know, but killing her gives me access to venom arrows and those are really strong. So I spent like 3 streams dying to Duke Fishron, and I'm getting really close, but I'm just barely not defeating him, so I had to get creative and optimize for some very slight things. I swapped to Adamantite armor because it gives 1 more defense, but also 19% more movement speed, which could help me sidestep Duke's dashes. Because reminder that I don't have a dash, nor wings. I'm fighting this guy with gravitation potions. Also, I bridged off the very top of the world and placed buff stations there because the top 10 blocks of space barely no longer count as the ocean biome, so Duke Fishron gets enraged there. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Long story short, I wanted to fuck Queen Slime.
Right. I slapped Queen Slime's jiggly cheeks around until she fucking exploded, and then she gave me a body pillow of herself so I can ride her again whenever I want. I need help. Anyway, I built a whole ass artificial corruption biome for the Toxicarp to counter the Duke's bubble spray. I got wrath potions in a Crimson world, summoning potions, and I even got luck potions as a prayer. Speaking of prayer, I even built a church and I'm wearing a cross necklace inside and outside of the game. Anyway, so Duke is dead. I refarm him for weapons and reforges. I get the tsunami and the fish on wings. Hey guys, editing Bernie here. I just realized after recording this entire script and I'm now like clipping stuff and, you know, making it all fit together, I completely skipped over the Golem boss fight, which somehow I completely forgot about was even mandatory because this joke is such a boss. You know what? That actually proves my point. But yeah, he was supposed to go here and I beat him first try. With this new shining gear, I party crashed the lunatic cultist's birthday party, which he did not like. He summoned a big fucking dragon, but then I showed him my cock was even bigger, and then he died of shock. With his dying breath, the Bernie is a lunatic cultist summoned flying penises about half the size of mine, so I set out on my quest to take them down. I figured out that storm divers are up there for my least favorite enemy in the game, but I destroyed the vortex pillar, solar pillar, nebula pillar, and then the stardust pillar. And this ugly dude showed up and killed me over and over again. I had to take a break after that because I ran out of celestial sigils and I had to redo the sad owner of no treasure bag and the pillars. But I made good use of this break by setting up an asphalt bridge with a teleporter at the end to loop back to the front, and I added buff stations and hunting along the way. With all that said and done, here we go again. This video took almost 2 months to make. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. Consider subscribing if you did, smash like, let me know if you have any other video suggestions in the comments. This has been Bernie, smile you later.